Back YouTube is Des the Auto Tech, and today I want to talk about scan tools. So what prompted me to do this video is that I received the gift of this scan tool right here. And while the gesture was great and I appreciate the gift, I want to talk about the difference between this type of scan tool and a scan tool that a professional automotive tech would use. So let's go take a look at the differences between this scan tool and what automotive tech would use. I'm at the Jeep, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely disconnect a fuel injector so we can throw a code on here. Then we're going to plug in and see what we get. So come on, let's take a look. Let's see what this says. We'll go to enter. So it has one fault and one pending. And we have a P0201 and a P0301 pending. So with the scan tool, all you're gonna get is your P code, and you're not gonna get any freeze frame data or any live data. You will have to go back and look up this code to get the information that you need from it. So now we have another scan tool. It's one step above, but why? Well, one of them is that you can power it on outside of the vehicle. So let's take it inside and plug it up and see what we get. Okay, now we have this scan tool plugged up, and as you can see, it actually has the same codes that it did before, but now it says injector circuit open cylinder 1. And then if we scan down to our next one, it says cylinder 1 misfire detected. And then also you can go down again, and now you can get vehicle specific codes if they're in there, which is a Jeep. And it's the same codes, the P0201, the circuit being open. And also on this scan tool, you can see the I am readiness of the vehicle. Also, I wanted to mention that you can get freeze frame data from here. So you can see the conditions the vehicle was in when the code set. You can see the engine coolant temperature was at 20 when it set. And you can see where the engine RPM was, 768 at the time of it. The vehicle speed, which was at 0 because it wasn't moving. But you can see exactly what was going on when the code set. So now that we took a look at this scan tool, let's take a look at the next one. Now we're going to check out this scan tool and see what we can get out of this when we plug it in. All right, so now we have this scan tool plugged up. This scan tool is pretty good in the field because it has a lot of rubber protection on it, so it won't get banged up. So let's go inside and see what we got here. So you can just do a OBD2 scan, or you can do a scan by vehicle. We're just going to do a straight OBD2. And then, of course, you still have your I am readiness. You have freeze frame. You have O2 sensor test on here, onboard monitoring, evap system test, and vehicle information. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in and read the codes and see what code we get out of here. So we still got the P0201, the injector circuit open, and then we still have the cylinder 1 misfire on this. I also wanted to mention that this scan tool can reset maintenance lights. So let me take you into vehicle specific scan. So by having this feature, we can get inside a vehicle specific. So now I'm in the diagnose process, and you can see that we can we go into different systems: the power control module, the transmission control module, the ABS, or the SRS. So for now, we're going to go into the engine control module. So now we're going to do some live data. So we're gonna go to data stream. So now from here you can pick what do we want to look at. Unlike the other two scan tools, this scan tool can get into all the modules, the engine, the TCM, the ABS, and the SRS, as well as reset maintenance lights on the vehicle, as well as live data. So let's go take a look at the next scan tool. All right, now we have this scan tool. And like the previous ones, you can get the codes, you can check IM readiness, you can get freeze frame data, you also can get live data, and you can also get into all the modules. But what this sets this apart from the other ones is that this one we can get bi-directional controls. So let's take a look and I can give you an example. All right, now we're in actuator test, and you can see we can cut on various systems and for diagnosing purposes. So what I want to do right now is cut on the wiper relay, and we can see that when we push the button, my wipers activate. So we stop the actuator. We know our wipers work if we were particularly diagnosing that. Also want to show you, we can see if the vehicle chime actually works. So I'm going to press chime. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but you can hear the vehicle chiming now. And another thing we can also do, we can turn on a high beam relay. I hope you guys can pick that up. So with this scan tool, you can get live information. So as you can see, we're in trouble codes. It's the same codes that we got out of the previous scan tools, the P0301 and the P0201. So let's say, for instance, we diagnosing a vehicle. We can print out the trouble codes. And then we could pull this off, and then we can actually staple this trouble code that we printed from here on the customer's estimate, so they can actually see this is what we got out of the scan tool. So that's another good feature with this scan tool. So now that we demoed this scan tool, we're going to go one more step up and take a look at our next scan tool. So now we have this scan tool, which is a step above the previous one I demoed, and it can do everything those scan tools can do, but let me show you some of the features that this one has. So let's get in here. So first of all, you can go on the internet with this. You also can go into services, and you have the ability to do idle relearn if you need to, bleed the brakes. You can also do key reprogramming with this. You can check the TPMS, do oil resets. So this tool has other advantages that the previous tools didn't have. So that's all the scan tools we use at the shop. Although I do appreciate this scan tool, you guys can see that we needed a much more powerful scan tool than this one in order to get the job done. So this is Dez, the Auto Tech. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys on the next video.